from Pin the Truck and RV. Today we're going to be touring the 2011 Rockwood Signature Ultralight travel trailer. Currently looking at the nose of the travel trailer. We've got our lights on. Both slide outs are out on this side over here. As we approach, come to the power jack. Power jack does have a light. Switch is right here. And jack controls right here. Down below, we have our 7-pin hookup, breakaway cable, and safety chains, pin in the ball hitch connector. Back behind, we have our propane cover. Propane cover is accessible. Propane tanks are accessible without removing the cover. Both tanks do have whips that show the propane level. A little bit hard to see, but they are on either side, and those just close back into place like so. Back behind, have our brand new battery inside the battery box with a strap on to keep the cover on here. Have a light on the front. There is an access window as well. Window does not open, but you can prop that up, see out. First door here is to the bedroom. We do have 2 entries on this unit. Inside here is a table. Table slides into place right here. Inside this cover, we have the water heater. Water heater runs on both gas and electric. When time to drain the water heater, you will first want to crack this pressure release valve until no more water is draining out. And down below here, the anode rod will take a 1 1/16 inch socket. Once done draining, pull that anode rod out, drain your water heater, and I will show you where we bypass on the interior. Cover just pops back into place. Down below, we have a propane quick connect right here. Currently is in the closed position. This does pull out. To open, you would simply turn that lever to the front, hook up your propane line, and you can do some grilling right here with that table. Fresh water tank fill is going to be right here. You want to pull that cap off, and you can run a hose inside here for your fresh tank. Fresh tank drain is on the other side. Down below, we do have a GFCI hookup. Rear refrigerator access panel, furnace exhaust. When the furnace is running, both of these will be exhausting hot air, so just be mindful of yourselves when walking through here. Entry to the rear of the coach. Moving on around to the back side. Spare is on the rear. Windows all on the back. Caps do pop off to house a sewage outlet hose, and just pops back into place like so. From the rear, we have one slide out and the second one up front. The slide outs are in good shape. There are stabilizer jacks on this unit, 2 on the rear, which I'm currently pointing out, and 2 up on the front. 3/4 inch socket, we'll run those down. Continuing on around to the front side of the slide out. Have our exterior shower, city water connection. Cap just pops off, hook up right there. And down below is a sewer tank flush. Sewer tank flush, hook your hose up, we'll pump water into the black tank. When running or cleaning your tanks using the tank flush, always a good idea to make sure that the black tank is open, which is just right over here. This will be for your black tank, this will be for your gray tank, and firstly make sure that you have the sewer cap pulled off. These are noted just up above, so when dumping your tanks, pull your cap off, pull your black tank, followed by your gray tank. Always a good idea to pull the black tank before the gray tank to flush anything out that gets stuck in the end of the sewer outlet here. Moving back over to our fresh water drain right here. Just turn to the side and it will drain. And then over here we have our two low points, one for the cold side, one for the hot side. This will also have to be open to drain the hot side out. This can be removed should you want it to come off. Continuing onwards, we are looking now at the other slide out. Porch light on the back side here. Underneath of the slide out, again in great shape. In here we have storage, power cable, and 50 to 30 amp power adapter. I did forget to mention. .30 amp hookup back here on the back, and underneath we do have hookup for cable. This compartment as well is accessible by lifting up the bed from the interior of the coach. And coming back around to the front, we have specs for this unit and our stabilizer jacks on the front end. Coming to our first door, doors will latch right here like so into place and removed. Screen doors do pop off and close, and your entry door has a deadbolt, and also you can lock the handle with the keys. Taking our screen door open and back into place. Steps fold up. And in. Entering the bedroom. Have a GFCI hookup. Mirror. Down below are 3 drawers. 1, 2, and 3. Again, as I mentioned, bed lifts up. You can access the 3 drawers as well as that compartment. Nice big wardrobe with a hanging rod. 2 drawers down below. The window on the front side. GFCI outlet. Storage up above. And 2 lights. Windows on either side of the bed that do open. There is a vent in the bedroom. And a light on the middle of the ceiling. Outlet down over here as well. Bathroom is in the middle of the camper. Does have doors on both sides. Opening this door up and closing that door. We're now in the closed bathroom. Light switch, and this one over here controls this light as well as power to this fan. Cranks the vent open, and our controls are right here. Can also leave that on and turn it off with the switch, but you will lose that light. And turning all back on and the fan off. Medicine cabinet, bathroom sink, Plenty of storage. GFCI outlet. A little bit of storage as well as access to the bathroom sink plumbing. Toilet works on a step pedal flush. Simply step on this pedal, will bring water into the bowl and flush down into the black tank. Spinning around, we have our shower. Shower does have a latch for travel. You'll want to rotate that up. Opening the shower, there is a skylight. Fairly spacious in here. Shower faucet and shower hose. Storage and more storage. Opening the bathroom door, we enter the main portion of the coach. On the back side, immediately to the right of the bathroom door is the thermostat, currently in the off position. It has heat, fan, cool, and then your fan settings you can control over here. Temperature dial. Spinning around. Pantry. Down below, we are now looking at the hot water heater. The hot water heater currently does have water in it, but when time to winterize, as I had mentioned, you will want to complete the steps I showed on the exterior portion of this tour. When winterizing, you'll want to flip these levers closed here, and then open this one in the middle. This will bypass the water heater, and you'll open that right there, closing it so that we do have water going to the water heater, and opening back up. This is when you have water in the water heater, and they will be vertical when bypassing the water heater. Down below, access. Fridge works on both the gas and electric. If we switch over to the auto, as long as we're plugged into shore power, it will run on electric. When shore power is unplugged, it will switch over to the gas side. You can also go ahead and switch it over to gas should you prefer. Temperature settings over here. Down below is the breaker box and fuse panel. To the right, this is where your carbon monoxide propane gas alarm will be. Currently waiting for that to arrive in stock, but this is where that will be. Spinning around, have an entertainment center here, television, does have a remote, stereo up above, can control speakers, main portion of the coach, bedroom, and exterior. To the left is a Sirius XM receiver. You would need to purchase a subscription, but there is also an antenna for XM up on the roof. That is right here. Storage. More storage throughout. There is a GFCI outlet. And your antenna right here. Down below, we have access to the exterior shower as well as the water pump. The water pump itself, you can hook up the hose that is currently in here to the filtered side. Sorry, a little bit difficult to see. The filtered side of the water pump. When you want to winterize this unit, you will simply remove the hose that is currently on there and attach this hose, sticking the other end in your antifreeze bucket, and you can winterize this unit. Microwave, antenna dial, up versus down, stovetop. To light, you will turn your burners to the light position and turn the spark knob. You can then adjust your flame. Like so. And for the oven, you will turn this to pilot, and you will need to use a candlestick lighter. Down at the very back, and you will be able to light the pilot for the oven, GFCI outlet. Down below is going to be access to the furnace. Screws will need to be removed, and this panel will come off. Double basin kitchen sink, hold down hose, lots of windows in this unit, kitchen table, those pull out, has an extension here, and back into place. Emergency exit window you will open by opening both of those clips, and there's one down there, and push out and closing back into place like so. Plenty of storage up above. Sofa does pull out into a bed. Not going to be able to do that in this video, but it lifts out from the back side and folds open. There are then legs that you will open, and it will come out to here. On the back side, we have more storage, 2 recliners, drawers over here on this side, fire extinguisher just inside the rear entry door on the left side, and the other side of the storage from the sink side. And then we have our main control panel, we have our water pump, electric side for the water heater, gas side for the water heater. Slide outs, this first one is going to be for this main slide right here. Up will bring them in. This will be for the bedroom slide again. Up will bring those in. And then down below here are a number of different light controls. There is a vent in the back here as well. Spins open and closed. And a smoke detector in the middle of the living room. This concludes the tour of the 2011 Rockwood Signature Ultralight.